How's it going, everyone? Back at you with another Age of Empires 3 game today. We've got House of Trading Post Community, aka Revnak, going up against Breaking Me, who is kind of a 2k elo player. Sort of quite comfortable. I've played this guy a couple of times. A comfortable 2k elo player. So definitely a decent player, but you don't see that many China players. The irony is, if you see a Chinese player, it's normally from an actual Chinese person. So it's normally the Chinese community that are playing China. Who would have thought? So yeah, it's not the least popular civ, but it's not the most popular civ either. So let's check in with China. China. It's because it's from China. Let's see how well China is doing. I would put China sort of pretty good. I think China are a decent civ. They're definitely not the best. They're definitely not the worst. So maybe somewhere kind of in the middle. Maybe a bit better than the middle as well. They are a decent civ. You just don't see that much of them at the moment. If there's been a civ which has been like the most nerfed since the beginning of DE, China is definitely up there. Maybe along with Sweden. Sweden and China are probably the two most nerfed civilizations since DE. Sweden obviously deserved all their nerfs, but China, did they? I don't know. Maybe it's debatable. I still remember the healing age up, where they can get that healing temple. Can't remember what the age up is called, and it would just heal all of your units to full HP. It was so busted. It was so busted. Breaking Me, though, forgetting about the jujitsu there and the karate and missing. It looks like he wanted to, but he kind of misclicked and ended up not hitting him. But picking up treasures, which is good. Let's have a look at the deck. T export in age 1. Some stuff in age 2 to send. He's got units here in case he wants to raid or he wants to defend himself. Does have Mandarin Duck Squad as well. Interesting. Other than that, it's mostly age 3 and mostly age 4 stuff. 10 Step Riders and 8 Infinite Keshiks. Not sure I like that, but I do like that he's got both the mercenary shipments, the Manchus and the Iron Troops. Definitely very good. Picking up a nice food treasure as well. Food treasures are so good. Those parrot eggs, so good for China to get that age up nice and quickly. And the French consulate coming in, 150 export is going to be able to provide that 300 food, or is it 400? I think actually 400 food crate from the consulate. So once that comes in, I mean, even before that, thanks to that food treasure, he's going to be aging up at a cracking time, I'll be honest. House of Trading Post Community, Revnak is aging up with his old faithful Brits. And looks like he wants to get the basket of exotic fruits there, which apparently is worth XP instead of food or coin. Because you would imagine you could either eat the exotic fruits or you'd want to sell the exotic fruits. I don't quite know how the XP gets there, but hey. Hey, I don't make the rules. I just follow them and break them. Okay, market going down straight away for Gangsaw. I imagine Briss is going to be aggressive here. I mean, this is when it's played right, this is such a bad matchup for China. China really struggle in this matchup. Like Musk Huss, like in H2, just being pressured. It's so difficult for China to deal with. So difficult for China to deal with. But we'll see if Breaking Me has got something up his sleeves. Hunting Dog's coming in.
Yes.
Forward Villager for that forward mana, no doubt. There it goes. And then that will give him 2 villagers, which no doubt would either be used to build a stable or a barracks first. You can go both in this matchup, honestly. You can go both. He's aging up with the governor, I imagine. Yep. There it comes. First shipment, of course, is going to be 700 wood. 200 wood. What's he going to be? A stable or a barracks? Make your bets now, boys. Place your bets now. It's going to be a stable. There we go. A very forward stable as well. But Breaking Me, doing some nice scouting here. He's going to see that stable foundation. So he's going to know that cavalry will be coming in to begin with. And look at this. He ages up with the porcelain tower, which is currently on coin. So most of his villagers are going to be on food. And he's going to ship 9 Quang pikemen first. Interesting. I think that's a smart decision. Could you get away with shipping 700 coins first, then the pikeman? Maybe, but you know, if you can't age up straight away, but I think you could here pretty much. I mean, yeah, now you put the porcelain tower on food, bang, you can age up. But nonetheless, that is a nice counterplay here. That's why you always want to scout. Okay, he sees the pikeman coming in. 700 coin is on the way. Wall's going down. 4 hussars almost here. He's only going to be able to get 4 out by the looks of it. Oh, but his pikeman is split, and that, yeah, he has to back up there. This wall being super annoying, going to force just this weird choke point where the pikeman wouldn't be able to get in, and he's diving under this tower as well, his explorer, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, you don't really want to dive under that. Could have pushed back there to go for the siege on the outpost, though. Sieging that outpost down would be nice. These guys have 30 siege, which is actually insane for how much they cost. Okay, 6 longbows coming in. So he's gone for 700 wood, straight into 6 longbows. Does he put down a barracks here? No, he's literally just shipping 6 longbows, I guess for the anti-cav. And that's probably an adaptation now to the Quang pikeman. So forced to ship longbows to deal with the pikeman. And that will give all of his hussars free reign then to just harass China here. Yep, see, he's dived in here. He's going to see the bows now. And he's going to be forced to back up. Down to 6 pikemen. Still has his explorer and a disciple. So all he needs to do now is play safe, run towards his TC, and let his TC fire deal with the longbows if the longbows get within distance. Still has his Minutemen, so it's still okay. 6 musketeers coming in as well. Still no barracks. Still no barracks. Just literally just pumping out stuff from the stable. Hussars here. And the only other military units he's making are shipping 6 bows and 6 muskets. Interesting. The Wanderer is coming in, though. Breaking Me is aging up, and he's 2/3 of the way there. Going up with the Confucian Academy. That's going to be the Skirmy Wormers, the Arquebuses. Okay, Hussars coming in, as are the bows, as are more Hussars, as is Sexy here, and as is the Musketeers at some point as well. And yeah, look at this, just brute forcing with the Hussars, which are going on trample mode for some reason. He's literally put them on trample mode. Giddy up, horsey! That's honestly not a good idea because they take more damage. I'm pretty sure they take more damage when they're in trample mode. Well, they used to. Maybe that's not a thing anymore. Okay, going to be doing some nice sieging, but yeah, the Minutemen, the Sentries coming in, the Skirms coming in. They're going to destroy the Musketeers as well. But there's just so many Hussars, and this is why China are bad versus any civ that can do good early age 2 Hussars. Because look at them gobble up here. Hussars, they are tanky. They are a tanky Hussar unit. And even with the Sentries and the Irregulars and the TC Fire and the Explorer and the Quang Pikeman, unfortunately the Quang Pikeman didn't survive long enough. I mean, maybe if he ran his Quang Pikeman around here, brought the Arquebusers from the village, he probably could have had a chance there of defending against the Hussars a bit better, but easier said than done, my friend. Easier said than done. More Hussars coming in. We are going to see some disciplined Chang Dao coming in. Another villager, though, getting picked off. And a second one there as well. Great raiding there by Brits. Going to be frustrating. 18 villagers. Doesn't have enough. Well, he can send the gold from the French consulate. Okay, Skirm's coming in now as well. Okay, he's going to go for the wood crates instead. Interesting. I think he can go for the coin crates in Age 3. Pretty sure he can. But decided to go for the wood instead. Okay, that works. That works. He's going to need a barracks. Yeah, he hasn't even sent 700 wood. So basically sent the pikemen instead of the wood. Which is not great because then obviously you're kind of stuck there. However, you can kind of get around it by shipping the wood crates. I think it gives you like 500 wood. So you can kind of get around it by shipping the wood. I mean, he does have the porcelain tower as well. So, you know, he can just put that on wood. But definitely needs to get a barracks down. There it goes, the War Academy. Red Bank on 37 villagers. Just building more and more Hussars. Putting a church down. Oh, he's making a couple of priests. Definitely a there's definitely becoming more of a it's more of a, like a meta thing now for any type of unit to get a forward church or a safe church, whatever, and get the priests out of it and then heal your units. Like the Hussars are expensive units. They cost 200 resources each. When one's down to, like, look at this, 77 HP, like, you know, it's almost worthless at that point. And all it takes is one priest that costs 100 coin to heal a Hussar up to full to make it worth its 200 resources again. So, you know, healing a very low Hussar, you know, one priest pays for itself already just from healing one weak Hussar. You know, so we're definitely seeing more and more of it as well. You see Revnak doing this when he saw Julian doing it. I've definitely been talking about it a lot as well. You've always seen priests do healing stuff, you know, but generally it's only when you've got like weak artillery units. And now there's definitely more of a shift towards, yeah, actually priests are really good value at any stage of the game. Get them out, start healing your units. And yeah, which is really good to see, really good to see, because again, just stretching the limits of the game and how, you know, the highest levels of the skill ceiling and, you know, the little things like getting the priest is definitely part of that high level gameplay. 41 vills right now, 600 wood is coming as well, still has the 4 villagers, so, you know, could send that and almost be on 50 villagers very, very shortly. I think he's going to stick to his guns in H2, which is definitely the right play here. He does have a barracks now, he's starting to mass musketeers, longbows, but look at this, 17 Hussars. He has shipped cavalry hit points as well, so yeah, I don't really know how Breaking Me is going to be able to deal with this. He does have a lot of Changdao and a lot of arquebuses. He's getting rid of the French consulate now. Probably just going to go up with the Brit consulate, which I think is the right idea. But pushing in, coming in. He has... I mean, he's almost at 1,000 coin, though. He is almost at 1,000 coin. Does have a flying crow here as well. And yes, this is the play. I was just about to say, the one way, in my opinion, that China can win this matchup is if they get early Manchu out. They have to get Manchu. It's the only efficient way of dealing with the Hussars. But he definitely wants to wait for the Manchu. Don't take that far forward. Otherwise, you'll just get picked off. Flying Crow going to kill one longbow. Face plants the floor. Look at that. Just absolutely in the dirt. Face in the dirt, bitch. And bait some Hussars forward here. Oh, but look, the Flying Crow dies to the longbow, and he's diving in without the Manchu, and that's not a good idea. Why are you taking this fight? You don't need the consulate that badly. Honestly, you don't need it that bad. Just wait for the Manchu to get here. That's your only hope. And if he saved the Flying Crow as well. He needed to save that Flying Crow. But here comes the Manchu now, and he's baits the Hussars in close. But I think this is still looking pretty good. Manchu have 40% melee resist, so Hussars do no damage, barely any damage. They just pickling the Manchu there. Che1 getting in there, stuck in with almost 1,200 HP, making those disciples, and I tell you what, still a couple of Manchu left. Definitely want to get them out of there, though. Save them for a rainy day. He's actually done it. The madman might actually have pushed him back and is looking in a formidable position right now. 2 Manchu surviving. No, sorry, 1 Manchu surviving. Could have saved a couple, maybe even 3 there. So could have had better micro. However, that worked out well for him. That worked out really, really well for him. Musketeers, I think, needed to get into melee against these Manchu. Even though they have melee resist, you still need to get that musketeer damage against them. But that being said, I mean, longbows were wrecking them as well, but there's enough of them to survive. And oh my god, they do so much damage versus Hussars. It is absolutely insane. Look at this. Look, 27 ranged attack with a 2.5 multi versus cavalry, and they have a 1.5 fire rate. So they're like a cav archer more than they're not a dragoon, they're a cav archer. So they get that juicy 1.5 fire rate, so double the damage. Yeah, it's pretty insane. 5 disciplines. Meteor Hammer's coming in now, and getting a raid in here now as well. This is all of a sudden looking really bad for China. China might actually be in a winning position here. Does Brits have any way of getting back into this game? I mean, he's got the eco advantage, but Porcelain Tower, 2.5 coin per second. Pretty good right now. He's up to 27 vils. If he gets a consulate down again, he can almost get the Redcoat Musketeers, get that British consulate in as well for that extra bit of HP on all of your military units. Redneck still 2K score up. What's the next shipment gonna be? All of that fighting as well gave so much XP to China. And obviously his XP is worth way more than Brits because he's an age 3. Shipping 10 Step Riders now. Is really? I mean, surely you just go for Bayang Army, right? You just buy some food to go for Bayang Army. But the counter raid coming in. It's his turn to get 3 villagers here. Oh, but that just about goes down. The village saving the settlers. Bacon somehow managed to survive up here. Very sneaky. Okay, another flying crow coming in here. It's just getting better and better and better for China. Step Riders coming in. Territorial Army coming in as well. And the scores, even Stevens. Friar Tuck's even getting involved now. They're like, right, praying isn't cutting the mustard here. Praying isn't doing enough. We're going to have to get in there with those staffs as well. Talking of bacon, these guys literally, and mustard, these guys literally eating the bacon and mustard. Look at the state of them. My goodness me. Harrison's dad, am I right? But I tell you what, that rematch is looking pretty scary. Breaking me on 28 vills, 52 villagers for Brits. He's staying in age 2 here. And as long as he can continue to squeeze, I mean, China have been lucky to get these natural resources over here, but once that runs out, if he can just manage to squeeze China out from any resources, he'll be in a good position. And I tell you what, this is a good start, doing a really nice raid over here. And look at the scores, all bounce back really well for Brits. Scary mass of cavalry. There's a flying crow, which could be difficult to deal with as well. Lots of anti-cav here, so the Hussars are going to be in a spot of bomb. He's going to have some really good micro with the Hussars there. Some villagers going down. Again, back to looking good for Brits, although all of his infrastructure is going to go down. I think that's okay. Where's that other barracks? Oh, it's all the way down here. As long as he gets another pop of 5 Hussars, it might be okay. He's going to lose 2 longbows there. Oh, no, he doesn't get the next batch of Hussars. That is unfortunate. Oh, and a big raid going on at the top over here. Brits could squeeze the population from him as well by destroying these villages, but it looks like they might meet. Look at these longbows in here. I mean, you just use those longbows to snare, right? Wait, they're just like blending in with the opponent. He hasn't seen them yet. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Redcoat's coming in as well. But I think Brits might just be able to survive here. Walking towards his villagers. They do have great coats, so could do some villager pulls here. Could be nice. Still that one Manchu left. Honestly, just one Manchu is enough to be annoying here. He's going to have to focus down that Manchu quite quickly.
Yes.
Another stable going down. Musketeers in queue. Are we going to see a big villager pull here? I think he's going to have to. He's going to be forced to, otherwise they're just going to die. There's 10 musketeers in queue, though, ready to come.
Yes.
And another 10 over here coming in, but villagers dying. I mean, he's got lots of them. He needs to do a villager pull. It's now or never. Bring these villagers in, try and tank lots of damage. That Manchu at the back, just like a machine gun, doing so much damage. The longbows and musketeers will be forced to shoot down this flying crow, which has 75% range resist. And that means all of this stuff down here is going to mow down all of the infantry for Brits. And my goodness me, look at that. I thought that might go in favor for Brits, but my goodness me, Disciples being converted as well. And that is going to be the end of the game. Breaking me with the China, taking it over Redneck. China, baby. This is a bad matchup for China as well. But, guys, any China mains out there, you have to get the early Manchu. Whether you... I like shipping... as soon as I get into age 3, I like shipping 1k coin first and then shipping Manchu. If you're not being pressured. But, yeah, what a fantastic game. That was honestly a comeback. What was the villager count for breaking me? He was 20 villagers compared to, like, 50-odd at one point. But somehow the China death ball just proven to be too much. And breaking me, taking it there. Fantastic stuff. Yeah, look at that. 52 villagers to 28, but he went down to 20 to 53. Look at the difference there. More than double his eco. Military unit population. Oh, look at that. 34 down to 10 compared to 16 down to 0. So a good fight for China there. And oh, look at that. 67 military pop down to 10 compared to China's 52 down to 22. Fantastic fight there. And I think that was the big part of the changing part of the game. And even though the rematch was nice, it wasn't enough to take over China at the end there. So fantastic stuff there by Breaking Me. Good game. Well played. And just a little cheeky game there for you China mains out there. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I will catch you in the next game. Peace.